We now ask you to please rise if able and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by Aaron McLaren. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the starting lineup for the visiting away team, the St. Thomas Tommies. Number 6, Vanessa Sophie. Number 8, Emily Owens. Number 9, Alyssa Jeffrey. Number 20, Jaden Penny. And number 22, Ava Crosser. And now, the starting lineup for your Crandall Chargers. Number 14, Michaela Hanson. Number 8, Cassidy Hamilton. Number 11, Alexa Rancourt. Number 13, Kylie Balder. And number 9, Emily Briggs.
G'day fans, happy Sunday afternoon here in beautiful Moncton, New Brunswick. My name's Dave Tingley. Thanks for joining us on ACAA TV today or YouTube, wherever you're joining us on. From Crandall University Gym for a matchup today between the 3-1 and St. Thomas Tommies coming in on 3 straight wins after a season opening loss in which they were severely shorthanded, and the Crandall Chargers coming in 1-2 off a loss 8 days ago, their last game on PEI. And if you're the Crandall Chargers, if you're looking to elevate yourselves up into the upper echelon of this league, this is the kind of game that you got to win. And if you're this, for me, fans, will be the first time really watching STU at full strength, and they start off well. Nice look down low, laying it in. Number 20, Jaden Penny, off a pretty feed from Alyssa Jeffrey, starting for the Tommies. And we'll set the lineups here as we go, fans. Emily Briggs running the show for Crandall, as always, using the screen from Alexa Rancourt, coming off a 20-20 game in her last matchup on the island against Holland. 21 points, 21 boards. Missed shot by Cassidy Hamilton against the shot clock, well defended by STU. And STU earns themselves a possession change there. So Vanessa Sophie back in the game for St. Thomas. Last time we saw her in this gym against Mount A to start the year, she wasn't in the lineup. She is indeed now. No more concussion trouble for her. Always a good recipe for STU to have the 2-time All-Canadian in the lineup. She certainly makes a difference, and she made a difference in their last outing. That's for sure. We'll get into all the standings and the permutations early on in this league as Stu, 2 for 2, is Jaden Penny. She gets a running one-hander to go. Bangs it in. Crandall now here stuck 4-0 early. Emily Briggs, hand on the ball up top for Crandall. Little horn set. Nice screen there for Briggs. She's going to pop a 3. Nice offense from Crandall and run down nicely by Rancourt. Picking up where she left off. It's going to be a 3 from the wing from Hamilton. Rebounded there nicely by Jaden Penny. Good box out there from Stu. Stu now looking to run a little bit. Briggs, as she always does, sacrificing her body. Defensively, ran into the referee that time. Took a shot in the chin. You know it's a Emily Briggs game when she's hitting the floor, getting hit in the face. She doesn't shy away from the contact. Not fun to play against, Emily Briggs, but fun to have on your squad to cheer for, that's for sure. And she's in her 5th year, last year here at Crandall. Nice give and go. Sophie lays it up and in. Pretty stuff from Alyssa Jeffrey. She's dropping dimes early. That's her 2nd assist. Into Michaela Hansen there at the top of the key on the horns. Rancourt now posting up Sophie. They're not looking at her. Nice move. Sophie comes out to defend. Really well done by Sophie. She played behind Rancourt in the post, pushed her out a little bit, and was able to get back and defend the drive from Kylie Balser. Missed inside that time by Penny. Rebounded by Briggs, and she clears. 6-0. Crandall looking to get off the schneid here early. Kylie Balser now. Back to Briggs. Little give and go back to Balser. Interrupted there by Penny on the steal. She gets it to Sophie. Sophie gets to the foul line. Kick. Nice drive there. Knocked away nicely. Ava Prosser fighting for it now. Alyssa Jeffrey, pardon me. Yes, Jeffrey got in there. Pardon me, it's Owens that has dropped the 2 assists, pardon me, fans. Fans, I'm going to confess something here. Your boy's under the weather a little bit today. I avoided COVID for most of this whole pandemic, and I got it this week, and then I think I'm having a little bit of food poisoning today, so I am not going to be 100% with it. Maybe. So if I make some mistakes, please forgive me. I'm doing my best. It's all I could do just to get here today. So pardon me, I stole 2 assists from Emily Owens. She's been the one that's dropping dimes here early. Oh, great defense there by Owens. Crandall, though, able to collect, and they get it back out on a broken play to Cassidy Hamilton, who bangs in a 3. Big hoop for Crandall. That's got to feel good. It was not good to get halfway through the quarter and still have a goose egg up on the board. Would have gotten in their heads if that one didn't go in. Well rebounded there from Briggs. Crandall turning things around a little bit, getting some stops. Briggs gets into the key. Well done by Sophie. Poor decision there by Briggs. She really had nowhere to go. The option was to take it 1-on-3 or to pull it back out. Bad choice. Subs coming in now for both squads. Charlie Connors into the game for Stu, as well as Alina Ross, 2nd-year forward from Victoria. Remains on the floor with Penny, Sophie, and Alyssa Jeffrey still on the floor for Stu. Rancourt out there with Briggs. Matea Hansen now onto the floor for Crandall. Her sister with that rebound. Up to Hamilton. Hamilton drops a dime inside. Overran it a little bit, did Hansen, but Rancourt, or pardon me, that was Michaela Hansen on the rebound. Back out to Hamilton. Hers 3 was in and out from the same spot she hit the other one. And a wide open 3 at the top from Jaden Penny. The 6-point swing there. In and out at one end for Crandall, and bang. The 3 goes in for Penny at the other. She's having a strong start to her first quarter. Hamilton now looking at the top, the high post. Jeffrey didn't see that it came loose. Briggs was able to collect and bang in a 3. Tough shot. Step back 3 from Briggs. Big one from her. Tie. 12-6 now. 5:34 clock running first quarter. Almost a steal there from Crandall. Back to Sophie. She's going to penetrate. Spin in the lane. 2 hands. Can't fit between two defenders. Misses, but Crandall and Stu hitting the floor. Tie up. Sorry, I had a feeling that score was wrong. Yeah, 9-6. They just gave the 3 to both teams there once and corrected it at the scoreboard, so it's 9-6. 5:24 clock stopped here first quarter. The 3-1 Stu Tommies and the 1-2 Crandall Chargers here. ACAA action here on ACAA TV. Thanks for joining us, fans. Looking to penetrate there was Kate Ross. Nothing there. Gets it inside. And a travel from Elena Ross. Got position, but just one too many steps there. Brain got ahead of her feet a little bit. A little bit of pressure here from Stu. Charlie Connors guarding Cassidy Hamilton, 94 feet. Passes her off to Ross. Hamilton now looking to the high post of Michaela Hansen. Her sister cuts back door, not there. Back out to Briggs. Briggs looking for a screen. Rejects it, now uses it. Gets it to Matea Hansen. Turnover there in the corner. Charlie Connors comes away with it. Nice left-handed pass. Gets it back to Ross. Ross now to the corner. Nice penetration from Alyssa Jeffrey, and she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. And a slimmed down, pretty Coach Connors. Fred Connors there on the sideline. Going to send in Kate Vidito into the game. First-year guard out of out of Charlottetown. Talented, exciting first-year forward for Coach Connors. Almost 6 feet tall, can shoot it from anywhere. Distinctive pink shoes. 2 for 2 at the line goes Jeffrey. Pushes the lead out to 11-6 here. 2 threes account for the whole scoring for Crandall. And a reach in there from behind Alina Ross, trying to deny the ball at the high post to one of the Hansen twins. The other one, Matea, she's putting it in and it comes over to, swung over to Hamilton. She's going to hand off. Back to her. Little set play there for a 3 for Hamilton. Well guarded by Stu, and they come away with a steal. It's Ross with the good hands. Connors now on the attack. And she's going to cook a call for a travel. Yeah, met nicely there by Michaela Hansen. Nothing there really for Stu. A little bit of a careless turnover. Oh, they're running a double team at Hamilton. Ross was a little bit early there. And Coach Connors doesn't agree with that call. I have to say I'm a little bit in agreement with him. Saying she took it on the numbers. What else can she do? Got to agree with him. She had established guarding position, was moving her feet. Good, that would have been a no call. Certainly not a charge, but not a block either. Oh, well met there in the key from Stu. 3 defenders, but a little bit late. And going to the line for 2 free throws is going to be Cassidy Hamilton. Hamilton coming off a 4 for 19 outing on the island, and that's kind of been the story. They didn't play. It wasn't a terribly played game on the island by Crandall, but just couldn't throw it in the ocean. Shot 27% for the game as Hamilton bangs in a free throw there. Difficult playing in that gym on the island, both guys and girls. Not a lot of wins to be had over there. But you like to make some shots and give yourself a chance. Nice steal there from Cassidy Hamilton. Didn't get it to go. Pardon me. That was Kylie Balser. Didn't get it to go, and now Crandall commits a foul. Good effort there by Balser. Crandall keeping her close here early, getting some stops. 11-8. As I mentioned before the game, Crandall kind of has that feeling both on the guys, and we'll get to the guys for their game against Stu this afternoon after this game. But both guys and girls have that feeling like they belong kind of in the conversation to nip one of those higher playoff spots. They don't feel like on either side it's a 4-team kind of the general feeling is there's 4 good teams on the girls and guys side, but Crandall's kind of that 5th team on both the girls and guys side, but they feel like they're better than that, both these teams. But if you feel like that, at some point you got to take one of these wins wins here at home and on the road against these top 4 teams. So this is a game that Crandall really, if you feel like you're in the upper echelon, then take it. If you feel like you belong with the Hollands, Mount St. Vincent, Stu, and Mount Allison, step up and prove it. And they got a chance today, and they're in the game here so far. Cassidy Hamilton here, transfer to Crandall this year. She's going to key the ball in, and a key transfer for her. She can score the ball. 4 for 19 isn't typical of her. Kylie Balser to throw one up there against the shot clock late. Missed. And they need another stop. Sophie now looking for Connors inside. Good kick. Pardon me, that was Ava Prosser inside, excuse me. She kicked it back out top to Emily Owens, and she airballed a 3 back to Crandall. Another stop. Take the pressure off a little bit here. Stu not pressing 94 feet, not trapping. Rancourt, she got back out to Hamilton. That was blocked nicely by Owens. Good look inside for Rancourt, and she's going to the line for 2 free throws. I said, Vanessa Rancourt, she came off probably the best game of her young career. The third year player from Charlottetown. Probably her best game in a Crandall uniform. 21 points, 21 rebounds against Holland. Didn't shoot the ball from the line very well, did Holland? Didn't get the ball, or Crandall didn't get to the line very often, only 12 times the whole game. Only made 7 of them, 2 for 2 at the line there for Rancourt. And they have pulled themselves within 1 here against the nationally ranked St. Thomas Tommies here in their home gym. Sophie now. Up top, hassled nicely by Balser. Solid D here on this possession by Crandall. Down to 5 now for Stu. Has to create this Penny. Penny with the step through, nicely done, but she doesn't finish. Rebounded by Rancourt. And back comes Kylie Balser. Chance for Crandall to take the lead here now. Out of this horn set. Gets it opposite to Tristan Deroche now on the floor for, a good look inside to Rancourt. Not quite able to catch, but fouled. Good look there from Cassidy Hamilton. And Crandall, they're going to go to the line with a chance to take the lead here late in the first quarter. And into the game is Ellie Hiltz, first-year player from Wellington, Nova Scotia. And she's had some decent minutes here early in her freshman year for Crandall. Not easy with the step up from small town to college, small town high school ball to college, but she's done fairly well. 0 for 2 at the line for Rancourt, and Stu beats him down the floor and nicely laid in. Emily Owens, the kick-ahead pass from Prosser, found her in stride, and the lead is now stretched out to, pardon me, it was 1 for 2, pardon me, I thought that was 1 for 2 at the line. Scoreboard people are screwing me up here by being nice and careful and making sure they get it right. God, that's so annoying. Against the clock, Stu, well defended there from Alyssa Jeffrey with a block shot. Sophie now, 2 feet in the lane, but ripped away there. Hiltz nicely defended. And it's Kylie Balser now on the run. Finds Hiltz running the floor. Can she lay it up and just back rims it well. The hustle there from Rancourt. Runs it down and lays it in and ties the score at 13 for Crandall here. 1:07 clock running first quarter. Sophie finds Prosser. Prosser, cross court to Owens. I don't know if anybody's guarding her or what. That's her third wide open one. Missed there. Sophie trying to run it down. It's going back to Stu. Crandall's coaches are not so sure about that call, but they're not going to get it reversed. It's going to go to Crandall. Go to Stu. 13-13, 54 seconds left first quarter. Prosser Takes it on the left hand against Rancourt. Nice feed inside. Missed there, but collected by Owens off the miss by Penny. Neither one of them were able to get it to go, though. Story of the first quarter here for Stu. Oh, turnover there by Crandall again. Good defense by Owens, disrupting that high post feed. Stu really disrupting those entry passes from Crandall, making life difficult. They got that 1-4 set that they're running against the set defense of Stu. It's gotten them some stuff, but as always, the turnover bug is biting Crandall. Oh, nice move from Owens, but she gets it knocked away. Well done there by Matea Hansen. Hiltz on the push, and she's going to get fouled from behind by Alyssa Jeffrey. Good call there. Was bodied the whole way down the floor. Hiltz, since she's come in, done some really good stuff, and she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws to try to give Crandall the lead again here. So a really successful first quarter here from Crandall. Tough start. Got down 6-0 early. They've come back and they've snagged the lead here with the free throw from Ellie Hiltz. One shot now here for Stu to end the quarter. Or will they? No, it's going to go back to Crandall. Good hustle there from Matea Hansen and Hiltz. Forcing that turnover, and I think Hansen took a shot to the face. She did. And she's running out. I think she's got a bloody nose. Running out to take care of that. She took a good shot there, I think. And Cassidy Hamilton checks back in. Lining it up here. 10 seconds left. Hamilton looking to drive on Jeffrey. Well cut off. Hiltz swings it over. Gonna have to be Kylie Balser against the clock. She finds Hamilton. They're not gonna get one up. Turnover. Well defended by Stu. They're only gonna have 0.6 though to get one up. Prosser's gonna be the one to catch and throw it. Gonna come up short. And Crandall going to the break with a 14-13 lead here. Against this 3-1, tied for first, half game out of first, St. Thomas Tommies. So fans, we'll set you up if you're not up to speed on what the situation is in the ACAA as far as the girls basketball standings and whatnot. I'm your man to let you know. So Holland and the Mount right now tied for first at 4-1. The Mount coming off a 3-point win down there in Halifax, which was in a great game against Mount Allison. Mount A is 2-2 and currently in fourth. Stu a game ahead of Mount A at 3-1. Crandall, as I said, 1-2, and the two winless teams in the league so far: UKC, King's College, and UMBSJ, 0-3 and 0-4 respectively. So Crandall comes in, and really their problem has been scoring the ball. So a couple teams, Holland and the Mount average almost 90 points a game. Mount A in the 70s, Stu in the 60s. That's going to go up now that especially since they've got their full complement. But Crandall shooting, and it's really their shooting percentage, 29.9% on the year so far. And that's really been their issue. They can't score the ball enough. Running good stuff, getting good shots, they just can't get it to go, and that was their problem at the end of the year last year too. You think last year though, a lot of teams had trouble shooting the ball. They didn't have gym time. This year, that excuse is gone. You got to figure the talented players they've got on the floor, Crandall, sooner or later that 29 number is going to sneak up, you would think. Today, they haven't been as successful yet, but defensively, they've been terrific. That's why they get the 1-point lead. Stu, the best scoring defense in the ACAA. They only surrender about 54 points a game. So you're going to have to keep them under wraps if you're going to come out with a win. And Crandall's done that very well so far. But they haven't taken advantage of turnovers that they forced against Stu. Only 14-13. If it stays on this pace, it favors Crandall for sure, but they got to score the ball a little bit. Sophie out there pestering Kylie Balser. Gets her hand on that one, forces out of bounds, stays with Crandall. Hiltz now. Back to Balser, back to Hiltz, nice cut. Met nicely though there by Jaden Penny. She pushes it up to Prosser. That's a careless cross-court pass. She knew it as soon as she threw it. It's intercepted by Hamilton. Back to that same set for Crandall. Tough pass though. They got away with one. Hiltz. Back to Hamilton using the screen of Rancourt. Now down to Rancourt. Rancourt spins. Oh, right idea. Right idea, but Hiltz had made a cut. If she'd stayed where she was, that pass for Rancourt would have been a good one. But Hiltz made a cut. Would have been a nice maybe drop-off pass, but she threw it at her feet out of bounds. Prosser now. Back out to Owens. She's got an open three again. In and out for the third time for Owens. Balser now. Hansen back to Balser. Same set. Lots of cutting and screening for Crandall. Oh, look inside there for Rancourt. Nice find. Balser wide open three comes up short. Rebounded by Jaden Penny. Owens now gets into the key. Got some options. Picks out Jaden Penny. Penny on the drive. Well defended there from Hiltz. It's going to stay with Stu. More good D from Hiltz. She's been terrific since she's come in. Caused some real problems on this end of the floor for Stu. Been really disruptive. That's too easy. Too easy on the out-of-bounds play. That's the second time Sophie's got too easy a look off a pretty simple out-of-bounds play. The lead swells to 3 now here early in the second quarter for Stu. Hamilton now using the screen of Rancourt. Rancourt spins, takes it all the way to the hoop. She's going to go to the line for 2. Rancourt, she's a lefty. She spins that way nicely. You'd think now the game the game plan would have been the game plans would of the games of Crandall would have been studied. They would have had a game plan for spinning to her left over and over and over again, make her spin right. I wonder if that'll be a conversation with the Stu coaching staff, because turning over her left shoulder has created a lot of offensive opportunities for Crandall. They've got her to the ball at the high post. She's spun in the middle of the key, and she's gone to the line now. I think this is 6 times for Rancourt. 1 for 2 again for her. 16-14 now, Stu. Sophie going to push the ball. Not there. Waits for her partner, Ava Prosser, to get over half, and there's a 3 from the corner. Up and in for Alyssa Jeffrey. Rains it in from the corner. The lead now. Pardon me, it was 16-13 Crandall here, fans. Again, fans, I'm working on a little sleep and a lot of sickness, so bear with me through my mistakes today. Sophie in the corner, nice move. Oh, stepped on the out-of-bounds line, did Sophie. Back to Crandall. This little run here from Stu has swelled their lead out to 18-15, and I listen, fans, I swear I love these Crandall the Crandall workers here, the game workers, but they've messed me up a little bit on their score. I'm trusting what I see on the scoreboard. It is 17-15 Stu over Crandall. I think that's right now. Normally they're aces over there. Maybe they had a tough weekend like me. They've been changing the score on the score clock quite a bit so far. Pardon me, fans, I got to stay hydrated. No, they've bumped it up to 18-15. You know what, fans? I'll just wait. Let them work it out. So, fans, coming up after this game this afternoon, if I make it, it will be the Stu. It'll be the Stu men and Coach John Hickey turning around and enjoying my suffering over here. Be the Stu men and Coach John Hickey against the Crandall men and Coach Todd McKillop here this afternoon. So that'll be fun. I'm not sure what they're working out here on the sidelines, but they're working something out. So this afternoon's matchup in the men's basketball side. Oh, no, we're set to go here. All right, I'll get to the men's game here in a minute. Crandall. Cassidy Hamilton on the attack against Kate Ross back into the game for Stu. Rancourt now. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton gets all the way into the key. Front rims that layup attempt, though. Rebounded by Owens. Gets double teamed. Sophie, nicely done there to Ross. Ross up and in for Jaden Penny. No. Another opportunity goes by the wayside for Stu. 18-15 is the correct score, fans. 7:10 clock run in second quarter. Hiltz hands the ball back off and gets it back from Balser. She drives into the key. Boy. Yeah, that's a tough one. Ave. Oh, they called it on Kate Ross on the reach-in before she got to Prosser, I guess. Looks like what it is. And Ross is going to check out. Back in the game comes Jeffrey. And Charlie Connors will have to wait for the next whistle for her to come back in. Oh, good look to Rancourt at the foul line. She in and out for her, crashes the boards, but she knocks it out of bounds back to Stu. Kind of the story of the Chargers season so far. Pretty stuff. Nice 1-2 pass, wide open foul line jumper. Couldn't ask for much more than that. Just in and out. A couple more there start going for Crandall. Connors now into the game. Off to Jeffrey. Jeffrey up and in for two. Alyssa Jeffrey. Guard from Sussex. Familiar name to all of the Sussex basketball fans. The Jeffreys. Just the latest in the long line of good basketball Jeffreys from Sussex, New Brunswick. Back rim to three there. Did Hanson. Run down again by excuse me, run down by Rancourt. Found its way back to Cassidy Hamilton. She bopped in a three. And back to a three-point game here. 21-18 as we go to a timeout. Lots of discussion going on here at the scorers table between coaches. Stuff right now. People's good moods being tested so far, but people are remaining buoyant over there. Looks like they're on the sidelines. So this afternoon, after this game, fans, at 3 p.m., we'll have the men's game in this matchup. The Stu men come in at 4-0, facing off against the Crandall men at 1-1. Kind of an odd record to be having right now. Some teams have played 5 games, and Stu only has 2 in the books, but Crandall, pardon me, only has 2 in the books. One of their games was suspended. Our last time we were in this gym 2 Sundays ago. It was a beautiful, ridiculously warm November afternoon, and the gym floor became unsafe to play. So they suspended the game between Mount A and Crandall. So this afternoon's matchup, Crandall at 1-1 against the 4-0 Stu Tommies. This is a big one for Crandall. And Crandall coming off a pretty successful game, a loss, but a 6-point loss at Holland, which they played pretty terrific defense. And other than the third quarter, which they lost by 15 points, they really did outplay Holland in their own gym, which is hard to do, as we've said. Good defense by Alyssa Jeffrey there. She forced a turnover. Cassidy Hamilton couldn't handle the defense, the pressure of Jeffrey. Creates another possession for her team. 20-18. I said 21-18. Boy, they're having a rough game up there so far. I'm going to go give them a hard time at halftime, making my job harder. Good penetration there from Jeffrey. Prosser, yes, on the finger roll, gets it to go. Ava Prosser. She's played a few places and been a stalwart everywhere she's been, and it's no different this year in her season at Stu. Wasn't healthy to start the season. One of the many Stu Tommies that weren't healthy to start the season. But She now looks at full strength and looks like herself, moving well, defending well. 3-point play now to put her team up 23-18. 5:47, clock running second quarter. A handoff. Almost a turnover there on the defense from Jaden Penny. Now, three-pointer is banked in, two. Banked in from Michaela Hansen. Looked like that's what she wanted to do, cool as a cucumber. I bet she called it. Straight on bank. And a big three from Vedito. Misses to the right. Rebounded by guess who? Alexa Rancourt. Pushing the paces. Hamilton well cut off there. She's going to get called for an offensive foul. I would say that's more of a travel, but well defended either way by Stu. That's what you get from the Stu Tommies when they're at full strength. Is great rotations, good help, communication. Oh boy, wide open three there from Vedito. Rancourt couldn't collect it. Did it get knocked out off of Stu? It did. Good crash there from Charlie Connors. Pardon me, yeah, Charlie Connors. It's going back to Crandall. Oh, careless inbounds pass. Easily picked off by Ross, but she threw it directly to Michaela Hansen. Looked like a momentary color blindness from both those players there for a second. The way it just passed directly to the other team, but worked out okay for Stu. Pushed up to Connors. She bangs directly into. Who was that? Pardon me. Sarah McCormick knew on the floor, the second-year player from the deck. Her long hair got in the way. I couldn't read the number. Who played such terrific defense? McCormick knew on the floor. I didn't notice that. Took one right in the numbers from Connors. Good push from Prosser. Connors wasn't able to make it pay off. Great job there by McCormick. 3-point game, 23-20. Stu Tommies. More terrific defense inside from Prosser. Up the court to Ross. Good catch. Three, steps into one, does Penny. Good rebound there inside from Vedito, but she's not able to get it to go. McCormick now stops in a tough spot, but gets away with it. Gets the ball back from Balser. Hands off to Cassidy Hamilton. Hamilton now using the screen. Screen roll, nicely done to Rancourt. Not able to finish. Good step in there from Prosser. Really bothered that shot. Got her body on them. Connors now kicks it over to Ross, wide open for three. In and out. Connors on the crash, though, collects, and she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Takes a hit from Rancourt. Connors now crashing the glass, creating some stuff here for her squad. It's going to be a timeout, Crandall. The 4:01 to go in this half. All right, fans, we'll take a look at, let's see, what else will we take a look at here in our ACAA.ca website here. A little under the weather this week. Didn't watch as many games as I was hoping to watch. I'm going to have to get caught up here this week because we got more games to come. We got one more weekend, a couple more weekends of games before the Christmas break. Christmas break comes quick in the ACAA. Kind of feels like it just divides the season in half, but there's a lot of basketball to be played after Christmas. So let's go check out the women's basketball leaders here, trying to get a handle on. Rancourt comes in 5th in the league, 5th in the ACAA in scoring at 15.3 a game and leading the ACAA in rebounds at 15 a game. So really her season, I mean, ended the season last year really on a heater. Did Rancourt was probably Crandall's best player towards the end of the season. But really, when you look at the stats, the person that jumps off the board in the ACAA on the women's side is definitely Carla Benitez. She is third in the league in scoring, fourth in the league, pardon me, in scoring at 15.8. She is third in the league in rebounding at 10.8. She is second in the league in assists at almost 5. She's third in field goal percentage. She's all over the league leaders in pretty much every category. Second in the league in blocks. So, yeah. Matea Hansen of Crandall, fourth in the league in blocks at over 1 a game. So she's a presence defensively here for Crandall. They get into their offense down 4 now. 3:52 remaining. Oh, nice little back down there from Anna McKillop, but just didn't make the right choice on the pass there. The skip was intercepted. Prosser now is going to have a wide open 3 from the corner for Stu. Back rims it. Good rebound inside, though. Who was that? That's Owens. Owens was dropping dimes early, and now she's down there collecting boards, getting herself to the line. Owens now looking to extend this lead with the clock stopped. 3:35 remaining. Second quarter does not make the first. This is the second as well. She's a 70% free throw shooter. Not like her to miss 2 out of 2, but gives Crandall the chance to get right back in it. McCormick side rims a 3, and Hamilton looks like she's going to get called. Yes, she is. She was getting called for the hold on that rebound. Nicely done from Sophie. And down the other end we come for free throws. And it's Owens again, pardon me, Owens. So Owens comes in averaging about 8 a game for Crandall. They got a deep squad, lots of players between 6 and 15-ish points kind of for this team. And she airballs that first one and kind of, you got to be kidding me. She's got that look on her face. Gets the second one to go. Just a little headed shake, like what was that? Jaden Penny came over and said something in between free throws. I think gave her a little calming influence. She came away with a steal there. Did Owens up to Penny. Penny now trying to go 1-on-3. Bad decision there, should have pulled it out. Hansen now on the rebound. She's pushing, gets it back to Cassidy Hamilton. Hamilton over to McCormick. Settling it into McKillop. McKillop's on the face-up. Good cut from Hamilton to bail out McKillop. Gets it up on the glass. Good rebound. Kicked out for 3. And that is Hansen. Michaela, pardon me, Hansen. You love those threes off offensive rebounds. You get them wide open whenever you want them. And Michaela Hansen made them pay. Back to a 2-point game. Stu not able to get it back, but rebound there from Charlie Connors. 3 from Sophie. Short and in the corner and back to Crandall. Crandall now with a chance to tie or take the lead. Rancourt back in. And McCormick out. McCormick gave him some good minutes there. Took a charge, got a rebound there. And sometimes so young players, you just need them to spell your top players for a bit. Oh, Crandall having a tough time just getting that entry pass to start their offense in. Stu pestering those passes on the wing. Sophie now in the corner to Connors. Right back to Sophie. Back to Connors. High post isn't there. That's what they're looking for. Owens now directing traffic. Prosser comes all the way through. Back to Owens. Swung all the way to the corner. Good offense from Stu. Wide open 3 from Owens. In and out again. That's her 3rd or 4th 3 that's been in and out for Emily Owens. All good shots. All off good offense. Kind of the story for both teams. Stu, though, forcing more turnovers than Crandall. There it is again, another turnover. Just relentless. is the STU defense. They don't let you have anything easy. No easy entry passes, no easy reversals, no easy ball penetration. But Crandall, super successful on the defensive end in their own right today. Holding these nationally ranked Tommies within 2 here as we approach halftime. Fans, I'm at Hoops Tingley on Twitter if you want to join me there and say hi anytime. Myself, I'm going there and checking out the CCAA feed. I keep mentioning nationally ranked STU Tommies. I didn't actually take a close look at the rankings this week, but I'm going to do so right now. So the women's rankings finds Mount Allison at 13. STU has worked their way back up to 9th. And the Mount is at number 4. I'll be shocked if Holland hasn't worked their way in there as well. There's really 4 teams in this end of the country that have cases for national rankings. Not sure why Holland doesn't have one yet, but join the guys. The guys are ranked 4th. Girls probably should be ranked at this point, but good, well defended there by Hansen. Matea got her hand on that ball reversal. Attempted from Penny. Didn't get anywhere. Handoff now from Hansen to Hamilton. Hamilton inside to McKillop. McKillop looking to make a post move. Just kind of threw it up a little bit wildly there. It's a good move, but just wasn't there. Probably needed to kick it back out and repost. Sophie tried to get it back out to Connors, but it was picked off by Rancourt. Rancourt going 1-on-2. Handed it off to Hamilton, and she's going to earn 2 free throws. It's a good push there from Rancourt. She made the right choice, didn't go 1-on-2. Got it to the talented Hamilton, and she's going to go to the line for free throws. So the STU men will come into our 3 o'clock matchup against Crandall, ranked number 8 in the country. So 2 men's teams ranked from the ACAA. Holland at 4 and STU at 8. 1 for 2 at the line for STU. Now they got a 3-on-2 coming back the other way. Pardon me, for Crandall. And Sophie, she gets 2 feet in the lane, and that's trouble if you're letting Sophie get it all the way down that close. She gets 2 feet in the key. She's going to make a good decision. She's going to kick it out to a shooter, or she's going to get herself points or to the line. She's had kind of a strange start to her 5th year here. Started off with a concussion earned in a game, I believe against Acadia. Or no, the Mount, pardon me. They were playing the Mount in an exhibition game before the year. Set a back screen, got nailed. Had to miss some time, but she's back off and back on and looking good. 1 for 2 at the line for Sophie. The lead back to 2 for STU, 26-24. 30 seconds now, clock running, first quarter. Good ball movement by Crandall here. Oh, good backdoor look. Nicely done. And it just gets knocked away from McKillop. Owens now coming back the other way. She stops and pops. Side rims it, follows her own shot. Takes a hit, no call. Rebounded nicely by Hamilton. She's only got 8 seconds to work with. Plenty of time, though. Hansen, she's going to pull up. Nice decision there to drop it to McKillop, but a good steal there from Owens. Stolen back from Hamilton against the clock. Oh, side rims a 3 at the buzzer. And Crandall going to the halftime break. Only stuck 2 here against the number 9 ranked in the country, St. Thomas Tommies. Crandall put in a good effort here, and we'll see how they come out of the locker room after this break. So fans, join me back here. I'm gonna take a little nap, maybe get some Gatorade into me, and come back rejuvenated, hopefully, for the second half. We'll see you back here in 14:50. Welcome back, fans, for the start of the second half of today's first game in our doubleheader between the Crandall Chargers and the St. Thomas Tommies. This is the girls' matchup, the 9th-ranked nationally St. Thomas Tommies against the 1 and 2 Crandall Chargers. And a big game for them. I talked about it in the first half. This is a team that feels like they belong to be talked about amongst the top 4 teams in the league. Kind of excluded in that conversation a lot around the league. They talk about the top 4 teams, the STU, St. Thomas, Mount St. Vincent, Mount Allison on both the girls and the guys' side, and the Crandall Chargers on both girls and guys' side feel like they belong in that conversation, and they get a chance to prove it today. The men at 3 p.m. go against the 8th-ranked nationally St. Thomas men, but the girls here in a game, 26-24 down. As we start the second half, the ball comes into Alexa Rancourt, the high post. Wide open, Cassidy Hamilton, in and out for 3. Rebounded nicely there by Jaden Penny. Penny had 5 rebounds in the first half to go along with 7 points. One of the best players in the first half for Stu. Jeffrey now, swung all the way over to Sophie from Prosser. Now on the attack is Penny. Penny, it's going to stay with Stu. Well defended there by Michaela Hansen. Emily Owens going to key the ball in for Stu. Nice pass and a little bailout, little running one-hand fadeaway from Prosser, but I think part of the reason she was fading away so much, she got a little shove there from Michaela Hansen. That's going to be number 2. Nobody really in foul trouble for Crandall. That's the second on Hansen, 2 also for Alexa Rancourt and Emily Briggs. Briggs sat out a lot of that first half because of those 2 fouls. She's going to be on full go here the whole second half, which will help Crandall. I think it was a smart move there by the coach and staff to keep her out. Jill Smith not here today, but her assistant's doing the job, and I think that was a smart move and good defense there from Crandall, but good hustle by Sophie. She still got the ball into the corner. Threw herself on the floor to bat that ball to the corner for a 3. Did Sophie. She had a tough first half, and as Sophie, 5 turnovers, 5 points. Crandall gets into the corner for Hamilton. Another kind of backside rim 3. Well defended, though. Or rebounded by Kylie Balser, pardon me. Another opportunity for Crandall. Against the clock, though, again. Briggs, she's penetrating. Nice backdoor look to Hamilton. She's not able to finish. Stepping in there and a little banged up. Is Alyssa Jeffrey. She took a shot. She's trying to get back up into the play. Running very gingerly. She took a shot to the stomach or chest. She penetrated nicely, though, and scores. And then she holds her chest again. Toughed it out. Did Alyssa Jeffrey. Excuse me, fans. That was well done from her. You can tell she's struggling a little bit. But she's staying with it. Crandall here. Tough time penetrating things from Stu. Well knocked away there from Jaden Penny. Stays with Crandall. Crandall only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Crandall only 6 made field goals in the first half. They got to the line nicely, made 8 free throws out of their 12 trips, but they got to do better than that in this half if they're going to stay with Stu. And it's a long 3 from Briggs. Good box out from Prosser. And it's going back to Stu. She boxed out nicely there on Alexa Rancourt. Rancourt, though, 9 rebounds in the first half for the ACAA's leading rebounder to go along with 6 points. Sophie back up top to Penny. On the penetration now is Alyssa Jeffrey. Over to Sophie. Sophie goes baseline. Really nice move, but too strong on the jumper. And Briggs on the rebound looking to push. Briggs now. The horn set. This time to Michaela Hansen. Well defended by Sophie. Knocked away. Collected there by Hansen. Back to Briggs. Briggs trying to use the screen and roll and get it to Hansen. Well defended again by Stu. And Ava Prosser comes away. Stu, 28-24 in the lead. 7:22 clock running third quarter. Vanessa Sophie, short in the 3. Gets her own rebound, though. Cutters, multiple cutters. I think they kind of got in the way of each other a little bit. Sophie didn't want to give it to them. Unselfish play there by Prosser. Out to top to Penny. She missed a three. And good box out by Crandall, and they're going to get it back. Crandall, plenty of opportunities here to get things moving, but this they are now shooting under 20% for the game is Crandall. This tenacious defense of theirs against the STU attack, keeping them in the game though, but they just can't get anything going offensively. Another almost turnover. Rancourt though able to collect, pardon me. She tries to get it back out to Briggs. It's going to be tipped out off of Briggs and back to STU. Turnover is the story for Crandall. STU not operating at top level offensively. Look at Briggs and Prosser there at the top of the key, fighting for position. Prosser with the good cut, but better defense. Briggs saw the cut, but Cassidy Hamilton saw it even before Briggs did, stepped in and picked it off. Dribble handoff. Briggs now on the attack. Gets it knocked away, was trying to hand it off to Rancourt for a layup, but got hit on the way. And Sophie gets called for the foul, and she's going to head to the bench as Ross is going to check back in. Kate Ross. Couple steals in the first half for Ross. Was pretty part of that tenacious STU defense that Crandall's having a tough time penetrating here. Oh, 4 people around that ball when the shot went up. And Briggs collected the rebound, but bodied up nicely by Prosser. She forced a turnover. Back to STU. Whoo, boy. We are at 1-0 so far in this second half. STU with a made free throw. Crandall, nothing on the board here so far through 4.5 minutes of this quarter. 3.5 minutes, pardon me, of this quarter. Good D again from Crandall. Nothing there on the baseline for Owens. Came all the way back around to Jaden Penny. She tried to penetrate but knocked away from behind. And disrupting the rhythm here with getting hands on balls is always a super important part of any good defense. Now STU finds himself against the clock and Briggs with a steal. She turns it back over though. Ross connects. Good effort by Briggs. She just wasn't able to get fully by Jaden Penny before she knocked it away. Back to Penny. Penny knocked away again from Briggs. Briggs everywhere right now defensively, getting her hands on stuff. And they're going to have to throw up a 3 against the clock. Collected in the corner though, and laid up and in by Charlie Connors, new to on the floor for STU. A good push hit ahead, just too far from Briggs. Matea Hansen wasn't able to run it down. Alina Ross back into the game for STU. She kind of had a couple of hard luck fouls in that first half. Didn't get as much time as probably Coach Connors would have liked, but timeout now. And 3-0 is the score here in the second half as it's the turnover bug biting both teams as this third quarter goes on. So in the first half, fans, the leading scorers for Crandall, Cassidy Hamilton had 8. 3 for 4 from the line, 3 boards and 2 steals for her. Michaela Hansen and Alexa Rancourt both had 6. Hansen had 4 boards and Rancourt had 9. A couple assists also for Rancourt. STU was led by Alyssa Jeffrey. She had 8. She was perfect from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Pardon me. That math doesn't add up. Oh yes, I've been told the stat sheets for the three-pointers aren't quite accurate from the first half. It's okay. So 2 for 2 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line for 8 points. And I guess it was 2. No, I thought she made a. We're gonna have to go back and look. We'll look at the tape on that, fans, and we'll get the. But anyway, Alyssa Jeffrey had 8 and 1 board. Jaden Penny had 7 with 5 boards and 3 steals. Great first half for her, and Vanessa Sophie had 5. So the numbers aren't overwhelming you so far in this game offensively for any team. They are a lot of turnovers. There were 15 in the first half for Crandall and 13 for STU, and I would say that might be underselling things. And so far in this third quarter, it is a turnover fest both ways. 3-0 here in the third quarter. Stu outscoring Crandall, and we're almost halfway through. Now it's a zone for Crandall. I think they were playing that a little bit before the break as well. Good box out. Oh, one missed box out. I was going to say good box out from Matea Hansen, but one missed box out from, and Alina Ross was able to sneak in there and create another opportunity for Stu. And they've scored some of these out of bounds plays pretty easily a couple of times, and they get another one. Oh boy, those ones are rough to give up if you're a coach, and that was beautiful stuff from Ava Prosser. Got her body against the back end of that zone, screened him off, and was able to lay it up and in with the left hand. Beautiful from Ava Prosser. Cross-court pass to Cassidy Hamilton. She's not able to penetrate. It swung all the way back around to Briggs with her feet set all in and out from three. Rebounded by Jaden Penny. Ross on the push. That's Kate Ross, and she traveled. Good step in there from Briggs to bother her. Back to Crandall. They've played good enough defense in this game to come out with a win, but they just can't score efficiently or consistently enough. That's a nice decision. Very nice decision from Emily Briggs. She faked that cross-court pass. There was a wide open three available, but she knew that her teammate Hansen had carved out some space in there, and she got it to her. And good box out there from Crandall. Ava Prosser fighting for position. Committed a foul, and it's back to Crandall. Now they got to put some consecutive good offensive possessions together here. Does Crandall. They haven't got away from that top set, that 1-4 set. When they take care of the ball, it gets them what they want. Oh boy, that's another kind of over-the-head two-handed bounce pass. It worked out both times for Briggs. She didn't have a very good angle that time, though. She was lucky to get it there. But Rancourt was good on the catch. All the way back around. Set play for Hamilton out of bounds play, and she pays it off with a three. They've been victimized by that end line out of bounds play, but they victimized Stu on that one. That's Cassidy Hamilton, and it's back to three. Prosser along with the three. Rebounded nicely in the corner. That's Alina Ross. Hustle points for her, and she gets pushed to the floor. Rancourt on the foul. That might be three on Rancourt. That's going to be a story if it is. Ross blocked by Rancourt. That looks like a tough luck call for Rancourt, and that might be four. Oh boy. And the coaching staff looks at her and says, you can't take a chance. We had a check coming to you. That's a problem for the Crandall Chargers. They're back within three, two quick ones. On their star, Alexa Rancourt, and she's got to go to the bench. And she's probably got to sit there for a while. They're going to have to play it by ear, though, here. Back rim, the second free throw did Alina Ross. Rebounded by Michaela Hansen, and now the Hansen sisters are both going to have to. And again, Coach Connors up off the seat. What do you want her to do? She's standing there, and she took it on the numbers. I didn't see that one as close as I did the first one in the first half. I agreed with him in the first half. I don't necessarily disagree with this one. I just didn't see it close enough to know if she was moving into the contact or not. Well defended there by Emily Owens. I thought she maybe was going to try to save it, not realizing that she'd knocked it out off Crandall, but she held up, earned herself the turnover, and back to the Tommies. Charlie Connors now in the corner. Nicely designed play. Beautiful stuff from Stu. Probably had a couple of chances to get a shot up and didn't take it. And it's turned over back to Crandall. Boy, good scrambling defense there by Crandall. Stu moved the ball real well. They got the ball to the corner. They got the ball inside. From inside, they swung it back to the other corner. Probably could have got a shot up a couple times, but Crandall was scrambling and got back in there defensively every time. Sophie now gets caught on a reach in, and Coach Connors isn't mad at the referees on that one. He's mad at Sophie. We don't need that one, he said. And that's 3 on Sophie now. 4 on her would be tough, but not as big a disaster as the 4 on Rancourt is for Crandall. More depth for Stu than Crandall right now at this point. More veteran depth. Oh, a good look inside. Nicely done there from Hansen. Looking for DeRoche, but she didn't roll. And a 3 at the other end. Oh, front rimmed from Connors. That would have been big. Briggs, though, on the rebound. She pushes and hands off to Cassidy Hamilton. Hamilton using the screen of Hansen. Tried to get it to her, but it looks like Connors maybe got a hand on it and knocked things away. Connors with a little bit of a Euro step in the lane. Back rims it, and it's going to go back to Crandall. Owens was in there looking for an offensive rebound, wasn't able to collect. Kylie Balser back in for Crandall. She's going to replace Hamilton for a bit. So fans, again, pardon me if I'm missing things or if I sound like I'm under the weather or if you hear a cough here now and then. I'm doing my best. I am quite sick today, but I would never want to miss ACAA action calling the game on the mic. This is too much fun. And this is a really not the most cleanly played, beautiful basketball game to watch today. I think everybody watching would agree with me there, but these teams are playing extremely hard. And the effort is there, the intensity is there. So it's an entertaining game to watch. If not the prettiest, it's not something you're going to put up in a museum today. Lots of turnovers, lots of missed shots. We'll be lucky to get into the 50s here by the end of this game. That helps the Crandall outlook there. The free throw from Kylie Balser, and 1 for 2, just back rims the second. Front rims, pardon me, the second. Sophie pushed the ball nicely to Owens. Owens back to Jaden Penny. The ball swung all the way out onto Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's perfect night continues. She's now 4 for 4 from the field as Jeffrey. And a rare outlier in today's game, and now she's down on the floor defensively too, and Stu gets a turnover and a foul from Crandall. And if you're the Crandall bench, you already got to start thinking, okay, yes, Rancourt has 4 fouls. However, how long am I going to keep her on the bench? And now that's 3 fouls as well on Michaela Hansen. So now the foul, I jinxed them at the start of the quarter. I said there's really not much foul trouble. We had 3 people with 2. Ooh, that looked like to be a travel from Sophie, not called. Good defense there from DeRoche in the corner on Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets rid of it. Jaden Penny, and another turnover. Nicely done there by Rancourt, who's back on, by Matea Hansen. Thought for a second I'd miss Rancourt coming back on the floor. Hansen and Rancourt, similar looking players, similar playing players. Oh, good out of bounds. DeRoche not able to collect though. Disrupted there by Emily Owens. Sophie pushes it up to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking for Alina Ross. Kicked out of bounds by Kylie Balser. It's going to stay with Stu. Now it's a 6-point lead, which isn't much by really any standard in this game, but in this game right now, the way that these offenses have been playing, if this gets pushed out anymore, Sophie, that looked like another travel, but she got away with it. Rebounded nicely by Penny. Earns Stu, another opportunity. Owens gets in there. Nice kick back to Alina Ross. That's a beautiful two-man game. Emily Owens, one dribble into the key. Little pocket pass to Ross for a jumper. Beautiful stuff. And an 8-point lead in this game feels like twice that with the lid on the rim for these teams right now. Briggs using that screen from Ava McKillop. Penetrates into the key. That should have been a charge. No call. Great defense. Either way you cut it. Fred Connors is hot. And I don't blame him. You will look for a consistent whistle. I don't know if the whistle's been consistent on that specific type of call today. Ball penetration. The ball handler making direct contact on the chest of a defender. I don't know if that has been called consistently today, so I get Fred Connors' complaint here. That's a big call if Emily Briggs gets her third foul on an offensive foul at the end of the third quarter. He is as hot as I've ever seen him, really, coaching. Coach Connors. And he's got reason to be. As far as I'm concerned, John, and the Stu men's coaching staff is enjoying the pain of the Stu women's coaching staff right now. A little bit too much, John. No, he recognizes, I think, the dilemma that Coach Connors is in there. You don't want to take a tee in this situation, but you got to stick up for your players that you feel are playing defensively the exact way you want them to play and aren't getting the results out of that. As far as, drawing fouls, those are big plays. He's not taking anything for granted here. He stretched the lead out to 8, but he knows the way that Crandall's playing defense in this game so far, hoops in the fourth quarter are not going to be easy to come by. But the story really is the foul situation for Crandall. Alexa Rancourt got 2 quick ones in the middle of that third quarter, had to go to the bench, and it's going to be a tale of when do you bring her back? That's going to be the quandary for the Crandall coaching staff here in the fourth quarter, and I don't envy them. But I mean, right here, it's you can't let it get much more than 8 before you bring her back in. I would almost look to, start the fourth quarter with her. If it's me, I almost start the fourth quarter with her and just see if by some miracle she can play 12 minutes with her physical style without getting a foul. But I also get the other way. I don't disagree necessarily with them what they've done here, which is not start her. Trust your players. See if they can keep it about here, or even pull it back a little bit. Give Rancourt a little extra time. See if you can bring her back maybe with 8, 7 maybe, 6 if you're really pushing it. We'll see. They're playing in a zone here. Start this quarter, an open 3 for Jeffrey. She's been deadly today. Alyssa Jeffrey, dead eye from the field where everybody else has lacked today. Shooting like it's an open gym is Alyssa Jeffrey, and she's pushed the lead out to 11, and the job gets harder for Crandall. Good offensive possession, though, from Crandall, but again, nicely done. Get what they want, just back rim and open shot. Tough stuff. Jeffrey penetrates. Oh, had the right idea to get it back out to Owens, but turned it over. Back to Crandall. Hamilton now hands off to Briggs. Balser. Oh, back to Briggs. Sophie, those hands. Gosh, she's disruptive defensively. Hasn't been her usual great self today, has Sophie, especially in the offensive end of the floor, but the grit defensively is always going to be there. Cassidy Hamilton. Cut off nicely by Ross, and then she gets a foul. And again, the running commentary, Coach Connors and the referees today. He is as vocal with the referees as I've ever seen him in this half. He is fighting for everything for his players. Just hasn't felt like he's gotten the correct benefit of the whistle, but well defended there by Stu. Owens again, riding the hip. of Balser. She gets it back from Sophie. Her feet set from deep. Comes up a little bit short, and Jeffrey again. She's been really the player of the game for Stu today, has Jeffrey. Talking to her dad, the legend, at halftime. And she talked about how much more comfortable Spencer talked to how much more comfortable his daughter is in her second year in the league, and how she's talked to her about get to those elbows on the offensive glass as a guard. And he'd know. He collected a couple 10,000 rebounds there himself probably throughout the years, getting to that elbow and collecting offensive rebounds, but that's what he taught his daughter, and she got 7 of them down in the mount. Nicely done from Ava Prosser. She's been terrific today too. Not shot the ball super well. Hasn't gotten that many opportunities, but she's been great. Her floor game, we call it. Sharing the ball, rebounding defensively. Well defended there by Penny. Probably those 3 have been the 3 best players for Stu. Penny, Prosser, and Jeffrey. Jeffrey finally misses one. Good rebound there by Owens. Not able to get the lefty floater to go. Rebounded by Hamilton. And this is where, if it goes much longer to get Rancourt back in, that's got to go. Oh, that would have been big for Crandall. Another missed 3, but not bad offense. Jeffrey swung all the way around to Owens. Doesn't want Prosser. Swings it back again. A handoff to Jeffrey. Jeffrey penetrates. Not there. Back out. Tries to swing it to the corner. Gets knocked away. Good hands there from Hamilton. Knowing right where that pass is going. Got into it. Oh, well defended by Sophie. Is she going to be able to collect? No. Crandall collects it back. They're going to have a chance to get one up here. Oh, it's going to be another 3 for Hamilton, and short again. Hasn't had gotten anything to go today as Cassidy Hamilton. Oh, still in there defensively though. Knocking that one away on the floor as well as Balser, not able to collect. Finds its way back to Sophie. Sophie, nice move. Good 1-2 pass. Pretty stuff from Stu. Doesn't get it to go, but Sophie all alone on the offensive glass. Up and in. The lead's 15. Timeout Crandall. And now you got to go back to Rancourt. You got to. You just have to. There's no other option. Briggs coming back in the game as well. She's standing up, though. She's not in the huddle. Boy, I gotta think the girl averaging 15 and 15 for you has got to come back in with 6 minutes left, down 15. She's really the only chance you got going with your best 5 here right now to try to squeeze this lead back a little bit and make it something you can work with as these final minutes start creeping up on you here. But no, she's not back out on the floor. It's going to be the Hanson sisters, Tristan DeRoche, Emily Briggs, and Cassidy Hamilton. That's the 5 for Crandall. And Prosser, Vidito coming off the bench, Charlie Connors, Jaden Penny, and Kate Ross, the 5 for Stu. Going to their bench a little bit here, trying to get maybe the starters a rest. Some of the starters a rest here before the end of the game push. Connors calling for some ball pressure. He gets it, and they get a turnover. Charlie Connors now. She's going to push the ball up to Prosser. Prosser on the attack against Hanson. Pardon me, DeRoche. Ooh, and Briggs on the reach-in. Looked like she might have got a lot of ball. They're forced to travel, but they said they got her hand, and I don't disagree. From my perspective here, I could have easily been fooled. Now back into the game now is Rancourt. So 6 minutes left. That's about as long as you could wait. Oh, pretty stuff from Stu on the backcourt feed. From Vidito to Jaden Penny, she wasn't able to get it to go, though. The lead remains 15. Nice backcourt. Nice. Oh. Came up short there, did Hansen. The backdoor feed from Rancourt, but they got it back, and it worked out even better for them. They got a bonus point out of it as the three goes down for Kylie Balser. Ross now trying to go against Hansen, not there. The lead down to 12. Prosser now finds a wide open Ross at three-point line, and she gets it right back. Ooh, boy, that's big. Snatched the 3 points right back from Crandall. And another backdoor look from Hansen to Hansen. She wasn't able to collect, though. Connor's been coaching to that, specifically to that movement that they do off that high post look. Still not satisfied with how his girls are playing it. That out of bounds play that got Hamilton a look last time does not work this time. Stu forcing the turnover. Jump ball going back to Stu. Connors asking for a foul there. Felt like his player was grabbed by the neck a little bit on that. That happens a lot, though. The ball goes on the floor, even if there's a little bit of clutching and grabbing. A lot of times they'll still call the tie-up. There's a lot of contact there. I get his point, though. There was definitely some reaching over somebody's neck to tie up that ball that time. Benito swings it all the way over to Prosser. Prosser into the corner to Penny. Penny on the penetration. She's going to get hit and go to the line for two. Kind of bailed her out. Wasn't going to be an easy running right-hander. But she got the reach in. And Coach Connors says 2 feet down. It's definitely a recipe for success for next time. You get into that key, 2-foot stop and go up. If you're going to stop and shoot a jumper there, those floaters are going to be pretty hard. She's kind of in between a jump shot and a floater. But again, she got bailed out, made the first one. 49-33 now here. 4:50 on the clock. 50-33, 17-point lead, Stu, the biggest lead of the day so far. This was a tight game until the start of this quarter. 36-30 was the start of this fourth quarter. Nice backdoor feed again. Boy, Coach Connors can't be happy with that look that Crandall keeps getting. 2 in a row now, 3 in a row here to start the last few minutes in this quarter, but Stu doing a much better job scoring the ball at this end. Crandall doing a terrific job executing that look these last few times down, that horns, that 1-4 look. Getting that back door, that Princeton backdoor cut. A few times in a row here. Short with that free throw was Connors. So credit to Crandall for executing their offense a little bit better here recently. Oh, she gets one free throw to go, and they're calling a foul on the free throw box out. Boy, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's a new one. An aggressive box out from Matea Hansen on the free throw. And she got a foul for it, and it was the Chargers' 5th of the quarter, and right back to the free throw goes Charlie Connors. That's a new one for me. Haven't seen that one in a while, if ever. And Connors makes 2 for 2. 3 for 4 in that trip. Now a little 1-2-2 kind of three-quarter court trap from Stu, disrupting things here for Crandall. Oh boy, they are swarming everything right now. That one, Coach Connors agreed with fully. I'd be talking more about the Crandall sideline. but they are way less animated over there on that side. Not that they're coaching any less hard, but they are way less animated. Not many people are as animated as Coach Fred Connors. Side rims a 3 there. Lefty 3 from Balser. Rebounded, though, by guess who? Starting a new possession. No, and they didn't get that up in time. Wasted too much time on that second possession. Matea Hansen gave them a second one. Didn't work out, so 19-point lead now, new high for STU after their last basket. Ross using the horn set up top. Connors now finding Ross in the corner again. She fakes. Nice. Oh, that is pretty stuff. Ross, the handoff to Penny. The drop-off to Prosser for 2. Gorgeous stuff. STU finally feels like in this quarter they're showing why they're the 9th-ranked team in the country. They didn't probably feel like that through 3 quarters, the way their offense looked. Good effort from Crandall again, and just not, but they keep it alive. Does Matea Hansen again, new possession. She's got a 3 now. Up and back, rims it. Boy. Rancourt. Oh, nice hesitation move from Rancourt. And she lays it up and in, and boy, Balser, sorry fans, my attention, I was worried about Balser there for a minute. She looked like she really took a shot. She's kind of dazed a little bit, it looks like. Walking it off. Crandall players, one thing about them is they're tough. They're going to keep playing right to the buzzer. But boy, yeah, she looks like she took a shot. She's trying to shake off the cobwebs. But really, looking back on this, is Penny gets it in the corner and having trouble getting it out. Good defense there from Michaela Hansen. Connors turns it over and kicks the ball. So look, I mean, if you're a Crandall fan and player, I mean, again, they had this game was within 6. At the start of this quarter was even tighter than that when Rancourt got those 2 quick ones in the 3rd quarter. Really playing this STU team to a stalemate. But this 4th quarter really shows the difference in these 2 teams. STU's got another level that they can go to offensively. Crandall does not have that yet. Nice crossover there from Rancourt, but she turns it over. Dribbles it into traffic. Owens now, she's going to wait. Smart play, back to Prosser. Swings it to Ross. To Penny. Penny gets it down low to Connors. Double team. Connors, nice rip through. But good defense there from Michaela Hansen. Reaching in and tying her up and sending it back to STU. But really, I mean, it's the next level that STU could take it to offensively when they finally get things rolling, get things cleaned up, get things, get a 5 that they can roll out a bunch of different types of lineups until they hit on a combination that's working, and they've certainly hit on that combination in the 4th quarter. They've really scored the ball a lot better, and Crandall just can't string together enough quality offensive possessions to make this a game, but it is, again, you see signs of, yeah, if we could just score the ball a little bit. And they're getting open shots. They're getting layups that they're leaving on the rim. So, yeah, Crandall fans, take heart. This team's got I think they've got some better days ahead. I mean, you've got to think that this funk that they're in, shooting the ball, is going to come to an end. Emily Briggs can shoot the ball better than this. Cassidy Hamilton can. The Hansen twins, they can make shots. I mean, these girls can make shots. They just need a little confidence builder, a game where they shoot 50% from the field or 45%, where they see some shots go through the hoop. Would really help. They haven't gotten that yet this year. Their defense is keeping them in games just like they did today, but didn't amount to a win. It's 2:06 left on the clock. Down 18, 55-37. STU's really controlled this 4th quarter. It's a 19-7 score here in the 4th quarter in favor of the STU Tommies. Living up to their national ranking here in this quarter, certainly, if not the first 3. But Yeah, they're just pressuring the ball everywhere is STU. They don't let you have anything easy. Like I said, you want to reverse the ball? No, we're not going to let you. The ball wants to go to the post? No, it's not going there. You want to cut from point A to point B? You're going to have to run through some people. Alina Ross with an open three. Boy, a girl her size stepping out and knocking that one down. That's trouble. They got everything going in this fourth quarter to the STU Tommies. Oh boy, the physical play continues. They earn themselves a turnover. Back to STU. Bodies on the floor. Getting kicked in the face accidentally. Boy. They're taking all the hits so far today as STU. New into the game for the Tommies. Number 10, Kathleen Quinlan. Her first floor time today. Little horn set up top for Ross. Kate Ross penetrates, misses. Rancourt on the rebound. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So even in her limited action, she's gotten into double figures. That's at least 13 rebounds for... No, she's not going to go to the line. Pardon me. That is not 5 fouls on STU in this quarter. But Rancourt having her typical game on the boards. Hasn't scored as well today as she did, particularly in Holland with her 21-21 game 8 days ago. I think she's stuck on 8 points, but she's collected. She's darn near her average of 15 rebounds. And when you got someone that can clean the glass like that in this league, that's always going to help. But again, it's just going to be a matter with Crandall of can you make enough shots. Defensively, they were good enough today, but STU's defense went to another notch in the second half, and their offense finally found its groove here in this fourth quarter. Some made jump shots, turning the turnovers into offense at the other end of the floor. Balser now against Vidito. And Ross read that entry feed again. Stepped in and stole it. But it's going to stay with Crandall. Crandall, if they're going to run that set, the guards have to do a much better job of that entry. There's things that you can do. You can ball fake. You can do dribble handoff for the entry. You can do all kinds of different stuff, but not what they're doing. Rancourt, good effort, but again, just wasn't able to finish. Good move. She dropped that foot and went left-handed. She's strong going that way, but couldn't finish. Prosser with a nice kick, but a good step in from Briggs. Took it right on the numbers. Immediately, I looked to Coach Connors and saw a big sigh. Going, okay, well, you know, we've done that a couple times too. Not gotten the call. I think that sigh was more about his player with a poor decision. Taking that right into Emily Briggs' body. There, that's probably, Crandall could stand to do that a little bit more. Just a dribble entry. You don't need to pass it into that entry, especially if STU is making that entry that hard. Dribble into the, if you're insistent, if that's your entry into your offense, then dribble into the entry. Send somebody through. Have them dribble replace. You know, that's the, if there's a good defense making life hard on you, got to go to plan B. And plan A has been a lot of turnovers so far in that, out of that set for Crandall. When they've gotten into the set and not turned the ball over, they've gotten exactly what they want. Oh boy, Briggs took a shot that time. Quinlan got all the way to the lane, missed the shot, and it's going back to Crandall. Boy, I thought Briggs took one. I was worried she was going to lose a tooth there, but looks like she shook it off pretty good, as she always does. Tough customer, Emily Briggs. Again, that entry, especially if you're going to make the pass that long, more often than not against a defense as good as STU, that's not going to get there. And again, it was knocked off or out of bounds, and STU ends that. It's a fitting ending to this game, given the defensive prowess of STU and the offensive struggles of Crandall, and the game ends 58-37. St. Thomas Tommies in the girls matchup here over the Crandall Chargers. So Crandall drops to 1-3 on the season. STU up to 4-1, and surely their national ranking will rise again next week. So fans, that's the girls' game in the book. My name's Dave Tingley. You're watching ACAA TV. Stay with us for the boys' game coming up next. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a bit.